Remember, Kyle, like, I don't know, it was October, and you gave me, was it one CBD pill? Do you remember a gel?
Yeah.
Was it one? It was one?
No, I gave you 2.
You gave me 2. and you gave me 2, and it, like, hit me pretty hard, which I was really surprised with. And it's your friend's CBD company, To Genesis again.
Correct.
And since then, I've been taking a lot of her CBD products, and I usually take them at night to help go to sleep. I usually take an eyedropper, or I'll take one of those CBD pills. And I'll take like 2 or 3 of these CBD pills at night to help me sleep. And I wear this ring called an Oura ring, and I monitor my sleep to see how deep I get. And it's kind of weird. It's like a game, because when I wake up in the morning, I have all these different categories of sleep: REM sleep, deep sleep. You know, how can I get whatever I get? So I try to make the room cold and everything. Well, the other night, my wife's been having a hard time sleeping, she said. So a couple days ago, I gave her 1 CBD pill before sleep. And when I said to her yesterday, I said, how'd you sleep? She goes, my body was like mush, but my brain was still going 100 miles an hour. So then I said, well, maybe I'll give you 2 CBD pills. Now, keep in mind, 2 wiped me out. So yesterday, I took 3.
Like, the suggested use is just 1
right.
at a time.
So yesterday before bed, I took 3. And I took 2 out of the jar, and I walked over to her, and I said, here's 2. She goes, I don't want to take any. Never mind. I don't want to take any. So I didn't want to put the 2 back in the jar, so I just popped them. I took them.
Gosh.
I was
so you
like,
had 5 in your system?
So I had 5.
What?
Yeah. And anyway, I wake up this morning, and I'm just like, everything's glossy. I'm just like, oh.
Again, the suggested use is just 1.
And that does plenty. I mean, for a lot of stuff. I mean, pain, sleep, everything. I mean,
it might be raining outside. I don't know. That's kind of like I'm driving in. I'm like, is it raining? Is it? I can't tell. Put window wipers on. Does no difference. I don't know.
Did you look at your numbers from last night on your Oura ring?
Nothing. I'm trying to hit because I didn't sleep very much, so it's not like. But I still look at these little things to see if anything's grow up. The problem is the room wasn't cold. It takes a long time for the room to get cold. I'm really into the deep sleep thing, and I can't get my deep sleep long enough. You know. So anyway, I have to tell you guys this person I met yesterday that blows my mind. I want to try to get him on the show. He said he would come on the show. So my son Dutch is getting some rehab on his knee, right? And he goes to the same place that Odell Beckham Jr. goes, right? Odell Beckham, World Series? No.
Well, he's a football player.
Super Bowl champion.
There you go.
And he was there when I hurt my hamstring at that softball game that I played in about 5-6 weeks ago. And so I took Dutch to get rehab, and Odell was getting rehab, was doing some stuff, and he comes over. He's like, "Hey, how's the hamstring?" I'm like, "Oh, you remember that's how embarrassing it was because they kept playing it on the jumbotron over and over again." He goes, "How's the hamstring?" I go, "Oh, it's been about 5.5 weeks, but it's coming along." And there's a camera crew following him, and there was a couple of people with him, and they were doing these weird exercises. For example, they took this long, those ropes, those battle ropes that you go like this.
Oh, yeah. I hate those.
So there's picture a long, thick battle rope, and they make it into an S. And he walks on the battle rope barefoot while they throw these footballs at him at 100 miles an hour, and he catches them with one hand while he's walking on this rope, like a tightrope. And he catches with the right hand, catches with the left hand, right, throws it back, like superstar. This guy's like, looking at this guy, watch him. The other guy that's with him is the guy that blows my mind, too. So that guy's like waiting his turn to walk on the battle rope, and he's just standing there, and he just does a flip for no reason. I flip. And I'm like, what's this guy's story? Get this. Do you guys, when you scroll on Instagram, do you see a lot of people taking cold plunges now? There's cold plunges everywhere.
Nope,
Sure.
I think that's just your algorithm.
No, I do.
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
feel
do
like I
you?
see
Yeah.
that.
I don't ever see that.
Okay.
From my friends to celebrities, I feel like I see it quite a bit.
Yeah, me too.
It's like a new thing. It's everywhere.
I'm seeing companies that are making them. There's
Yeah.
people.
People making bathtubs that you can, are add-ons to your house. There's lots
celebrities are taking people are DM. So the newest thing I'm seeing on cold plunges now, and I just saw this 2 days ago, is you take a cold plunge and you put your head underwater and you breathe through a bamboo straw. Right, so you're underwater breathing through bamboo straw. And I just started seeing that like 2 days ago. And it turns out that this guy is the guy that started that, right? So I started talking to him. And now it turns out that this guy is famous for, when I tell you this, it'll blow you away because I looked it up. I don't even understand how you can do this. He ran a marathon doing a bear crawl.
What?
Like the bear crawl, like on your hands and your feet bear crawl?
Yep.
How
A
in the
marathon?
world?
Was it like?
26.2 miles on a bear crawl.
But was it like a special bear crawl marathon, or he just decided to run differently than everyone
He
else?
ran differently than everybody else.
I feel like he's been on the
odd.
news recently.
He's
for that.
massive.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Why-
totally
why?
famous. I didn't know that's why he's with Odell Beckham. Like, he's not just some guy. You know what I mean? Like, I only know Odell because of him and I used to work out at the same place. That place. Do you know what I mean? So that's why he's with Odell, and that's why he could just stand and do a flip for no reason. And the guy is shredded.
Oh, he's got to be. If he did a bear crawl for 27 miles, that's amazing.
Yeah. I was just...
Why though?
Right. Like,
He did it for charity, and he raised a bunch of money for charity.
Oh, okay.
I hope
But
he
it's
wore gloves.
But I'm just kind of like, I was like, I have to interview you. I need to know more. I need to know how you. And so now, for fun, he's like, I think he's going to snow ski Mount Everest or something, or he's going to like climb every tall mountain. Like, he's one of those guys. And so I was on his Instagram, and he's just, all the pictures with his shirt off have, there's no fat. There's no such thing as fat in his body. But anyway, so
Yeah, that's a fascinating human. I mean, just for us to get to the gym once or twice a week is a lot for 40
Yeah,
minutes.
for
The fact
sure.
that he bear crawled an entire marathon, you can't even imagine that's humanly possible.
no, because when I signed up to go work out at this gym, and I literally said, no bear crawls.
I feel like that'd be bad for your back.
Yeah.
Like,
I was at the gym on Sunday, and they have all this equipment. Like you go to a gym, they have all the equipment everywhere. And I saw this woman, and all of a sudden she's standing there, she just drops down and starts doing mountain climbers. I'm like, you got all this equipment, and you're doing mountain climbers. Like sit down and relax and do an exercise.